What's up? Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy you're here. And I'm going to sit and enjoy my cup of coffee while I talk about toddlerhood, because it's not often that you can sit in the quiet and have a cup of coffee. So if you have toddlers or you are approaching the toddler years, I'm with you, and I hope that your cup of coffee is warm today and that you have a moment of stillness. The toddler years are wild, and although we're kind of just beginning our stage of toddlerhood, there are so many products and things that I just swear by and that I know are going to get us through the remaining years that our daughters are in this stage of life. And I did a newborn must-haves video, and I don't even think I did like a baby video for the stage between newborns and toddlers, but I do have an Amazon storefront that's going to be linked down below that does have products that we've just used and swear by and can't live without. So check those out regardless of the age of your child. And then certain items that are not on Amazon or offered there, I will link elsewhere, and I will try to link the most cost efficient products as well as those that just we swear by. Some products are a little more expensive than others. All that to say, everything will be linked down below for you. So let's get right into it, shall we? And I also want to say that this video can be for you if you have young children. It also can be a great gift guide idea for the holidays, or for just a birthday where you have someone in your life that has a toddler and you don't know what the heck to get them. These are all things that have really helped us, so it could be a super thoughtful way to gift helpful things to your friends or family with toddlers. As I talk through certain items, I will have them displayed on the screen if it will be like helpful for you to see them visually. I'll try to describe the items as well. And I am going to break this video up into different sections. It's kind of just like 3 major sections. I tried to break it up into more than that, but it just made sense this way. So the first section is like kitchen items, but more so food and snack, because some of these items you use on the go and it's not just necessarily in your kitchen, but I couldn't think of an all-encompassing term. So it's under those umbrellas. And snacks are so important. When you have toddlers, I can't say that enough. My mother used to always tell me, have snacks on you, have snacks on you. And when they're kind of newborns and just babies and they're mostly on milk or formula, you just don't think about snacks. And I remember it took one time for me to be out and about without snacks on me, and I never did that again. So you always want easy grab and go snacks in the house and on the go. And there are a lot of options out there, but truly our household favorite are these Amara Organics smoothie melts. I've talked about them multiple times in the past. We're literally out of them right now. I'm getting a shipment tomorrow, so I'm going to insert some clips of my daughters snacking on them here. We absolutely love these melts. The girls eat them. They are nutritious and they are so easy to store and pack and be on the go with. And the issue with a lot of, baby yogurt melts out there is that there's a lot of added ingredients, a lot of added sugars, and they're super messy, but these melts are not messy at all. They are kind of have a harder texture before consuming, and then they melt immediately in their mouth. And they come in this sealable bag, so it's super easy to throw into your diaper bags, your stroller, car seat, whatever it is. Again, they're clean, made with whole ingredients, no sugar added, super lightweight, no mess. Really nice for storage, because I feel like our fridge these days is so full and packed that you can keep these melts in the cabinets and they last and they are still good for a long time. One of my favorite parts about these melts is that it really helps with their pincer grasp. So as your child is starting to develop and building those motor skills to eat, it's so nice to have this size of a little snack for them to just learn that pincer grasp. That's really, really good for their development and overall self-feeding. We have done the baby-led weaning method with our daughters, and self-feeding has been super important, and these melts have really helped them to learn those skills. They have 5 different flavor options available, which is really nice if you do have picky kids or you just want a variety. And they have plant-based and dairy-free options available. For flavors, they have carrot raspberry, mango carrots, mighty sweet greens, mixed red berries. It's just incredible, the variety that they have for your children. And I just really, really love them. They are a smaller business. They're kind of just getting their feet off the ground, and it's so cool to see how much they're growing because I really, really love them, and my daughters do too. So again, snacks are super important, and for me, clean ingredients are even more important. I feel so passionately about that. That's why I really really love having these goodies on hand at all times. So check them out down at the link below. I actually have a discount code for you guys, and it is Capano15 for 15% off, which is a steal for these goodies. So check them out. You will not regret it. I know your kids will love these snacks because my daughters cannot get enough of them. Okay, next up is the Munchkin snack catcher. This is so important as your toddler gets older and is a messy little creature. In my case, 2 messy little creatures. That's 4. 2. Snack catchers are great. The snacks sit in this bowl and they have to put their hand in to pull it out, and it keeps the snacks safely contained so they're not spilling it all over the place. Next is silicone bib food catchers. It's essentially just a bib they wear around their neck, and it has a little added catcher for food that they don't get into their mouth, because that happens a lot, especially when you're starting solids with your baby. And if you take our approach where you're having them self-feed, it's very messy. It's such a messy process, and it's helpful when some of the food gets caught on their bib. So I really love having these, and they're really easy to fold up and pack in your bags if you're on the go and they're eating somewhere outside of the home. Next is something that we actually just got for the girls, and it is a stainless steel travel cup. If you're like my husband and I, you always have a water bottle on you, you have your big, Hydro Flask, Stanley, whatever it is, and your children become very curious with everything that you're doing. So very quickly, my water bottle became my daughter's water bottle, which is fine, but when we're out, there's like not enough water for all of us, and it's helpful to get them a mini version of your water bottle. And it's spill free, and stainless steel is great because it keeps the temperature of the drink for the babe. So really recommend this for on the go. And then next, forks and knives. So your toddler will soon need to learn how to use utensils, and so I have these ones up here. We've used a lot of different kinds, but the ones that I'll link are great for just that development and have a lot of great reviews too. And then the next item, I'm not sure every parent will be into, but I thought it was good to include because I personally do think it is good to expose your kids to kind of like cutlery and have them learn how to cut things. And kind of seems scary to think of your toddler like cutting something. That's why it's nice to give them the skills safely before they actually use knives or anything like that down the line. This mini cutter kids knife kind of teaches them the motion of cutting things safely and gives them that like skill to remember later on in life. I don't know at what age kids start actually cutting things, but I like things like this that show your toddler how to do something properly in a safe space. So the Picolio brand has a lot of great products, and I thought this mini cutter was great. Next, my brother-in-law actually randomly sent this to us, and we were like, thanks. And now it's like our favorite kitchen item. It is a grape cutter. If you have toddlers, I don't know what it is about grapes, but they be loving grapes. I'm like constantly cutting grapes, and this grape cutter, you literally plop the grape in, you press it down, and it cuts it into 4 pieces so quickly. And when you have screaming kids that want a snack and you're trying to cut grapes as quick as possible, this saves you a lot of time. And then last 2 items, we have the Mushy silicone placemat and suction plate. So the brand Mushy, it's Mushie, I think, has a lot of great options for kitchenware and like plateware for your children. And I think that anything that has suction on it is going to be your saving grace because they're toddlers. I like them because they're aesthetic. I have no shame in admitting that. Anything that I can do to complement my house decor is great for me. So I like the options of this one, and it's really cute. It protects your table and it keeps the mess somewhat contained. Okay, before I get to the play section, which will be super fun, I did want to have a safety section on here because I have seen other videos similar to this and lists online, and I don't often see safety as like something that's on toddler must-haves, and I think it's super important and something that you really need to be on top of because it takes one time for something bad to happen with your child, and it's not worth it. So be preventative. And so now that being said, sometimes things happen. Like I don't even realize that some spaces are not super safe for my kid until all of a sudden I look over, I'm like, how did you get behind that? Or like, I didn't even think it was that sharp. How did you bump your head or whatever? So this is all coming from a place of like, let's do the best we can to prevent things, but things are probably gonna happen regardless. Anyways, first up are these knob stove safety covers. Our daughters are finally tall enough that they can reach the knobs on our stove, and so these knob covers I like because the reviews are good, they seem to work, and also because they're not super clunky. They're really minimal and they just go right on the knob covers, and they're clear with, having to change your whole house because you have toddlers, that is true. But there are things you can find that are not super drastic and can be like minimal. So these covers are great. And then same with outlet covers. Our daughters are obsessed with outlets. I don't know a toddler that is not obsessed with outlets. So there are some that like you cover the whole outlet and are super, again, clunky, but we found just the clear ones that press right in, and we haven't had a problem with them so far. I know some toddlers, as they get older and smarter, they know to pull those out, so we'll see. And then this is kind of just a tip, but we all need baby gates with children in our home. It's just a fact of life. But baby gates can be really expensive, and if you have a home like ours, that just the layout of our home means that we needed like 4 or 5 baby gates. We didn't have a space that we could just block one area off. There's so many entrances to each room, and so it gets expensive. And my tip is to look up ways to thrift them. We got a few on Facebook Marketplace. We found 2 different baby thrift shops near us, or like consignment shops where people trade in their things they no longer need. And we got baby gates for like $20, $25, and we just use the pressure mounted gate so it doesn't destroy your walls. And there are a lot of cheaper options than just buying gates online. Then next under safety is suction bath mats that go in your tub if you do have a tub, or even if you have a shower, however you like bathe or clean your children. The bottom of your tub or shower is usually really hard and can be dangerous if they fall or slip. And of course, if they're in water, you don't want them to slip anyway. So a suction gripped mat underneath can help your child to not slip or fall. The one that I have down below is great. We've been using it since the girls were little, and it still works great. And I like that it's clear. It just like blends in with our tub, and it cleans pretty well, and I would definitely recommend it. And then last under safety is corner guards. So these are awesome, and I didn't know about them until we discovered we needed them. In our daughter's room, there is like a corner of a wall that jets out, and the girls would play, and constantly hit their head on it. And we were like, what are we going to do about this? It's in the center of the room. And so I discovered corner guards, and there's so many different options. I'm going to have 2 styles linked below. One is essentially, it looks like tape. You can put it on any corner surface in your home, whether it's a wall, a table, a piece of furniture. Like I'm looking at my dresser right now and it has corner edges. You essentially just like stick this thick gel, it's like a strip of gel on the corners, and it makes it so that if your child bangs into it, they will not get hurt, or at least not nearly hurt like they would if they were to hit an actual corner of wood or wall, whatever. So we use that in various different places in our home. And then the other corner guard I'm going to link is, it is truly just a little piece, a corner piece that you can put on like your coffee table or any like small corners in your home that your child can hit if they are to thrust themselves into it, because my lord, my kids, they just be hitting everything. So those are my safety tips. I'm sure there's other things that I'm going to discover as the toddler years continue, and I'll do future videos, but for now those are the top ones that come to mind. And then the last section, and it is the longest section, so I hope you're having fun. Should we sip our coffee? This section is all about play. Honestly, some of these things are not technically play, they're like miscellaneous. I just didn't know what to call their section. So like the first one is not play at all, but whatever. It's a baby toothbrush. There are so many toothbrushes out there, and honestly, every kid is different. Like some kids love brushing their teeth, some kids don't, so you'd want to get something that entices them, and this is really just my own experience. The girls love watching mommy and daddy do everything, and they want to do everything we do. For me, I want to take the approach of getting things that the girls can watch me and Jonathan, my husband, do, and they can mirror it. So we use electric toothbrushes, and I found a lot of great toothbrush options, specifically the Dr. Brown's infant to toddler toothbrush. It has really good reviews, and it looks like a lot of our electric toothbrushes, which again, I think sometimes just monkey see, monkey do with kids, you know? But there's also a lot of great options. I'll link one below that I found of toothbrushes that are not electric. They have that easy grip with the finger handle and the teething pad that can be really good for your kiddo, especially if they are in a stage of teething and it feels good on their mouth. It might get them more excited about brushing their teeth. Okay, I'm sitting back. Sometimes I find that I get in positions that are not comfortable at all while I'm filming. I can lay back, I can chill. We're just hanging. Next is busy boards, and we found our love of busy boards when we traveled to Florida last month. For those of you that saw that vlog, I got some busy boards for the flight, and now the girls, every morning, they get up, they want to read their books, and they want to play with their busy boards. It's such a good way for your toddlers to, 1, have some quiet time, which is always nice for mom and dad, and 2, for them to like develop. The girls are really obsessed right now with buckles, and the busy boards we have have different types of buckles that again are really good for their motor skills. Their wheels are spinning in new ways, trying different buckles, and I think it's just a super cool thing to have in your household, and it keeps them busy, which is always nice. So busy boards are a must, and again, a great gift if you have someone in your life with toddlers or babies that will soon be toddlers. Okay, this one probably could have fallen under kitchen, but not really. It is more of a play, but there's a lot of Montessori kitchen tool sets out there. I'll have one below that I saw and actually added it to the girls' Christmas list, but I think this is awesome. I've heard really good things from my friends with toddlers about bringing things into your children's play setting that set them up for success in life, right? And help them get those skills that they actually are going to need as they grow. And I think having like a play kitchen set to teach them how to cut things, to teach them how to cheese grate, to teach them how to do certain funny things that allow them to eventually become active members of the house and get them excited about cooking and whatever else. So this play set is really cool. Montessori toys in general are just the best because they are more like projects than just play, which actually leads me to my next must have. This is truly a must for any child. It's the Love Every play kit, and I love Love Every. I have been working with them for a long time. This is not sponsored by any means, but their play kits are the best. My girlfriend had told me about them long before I worked with Love Every, and essentially it's this play kit subscription service designed by scientists that are, their main goal is to help children develop. It is a play kit that comes every 3 months, I believe, and it's based off of the stage of life your child's in and getting them to that next stage, giving them the skill sets and the tools to advance, and it's so cool. It's such a great gift idea for someone in your life, and it's also such a great gift for yourself and your child. They have a lot of items on their website that is not subscription. It's things that you can just purchase that are really cool too. The tunnel that we have and show always in our vlogs is Love Every. The little tent in their room is Love Every. So many Love Every goodies in this house. We love that brand. Next is not an item, but just again to plug thrifting. It can get so expensive to buy your kids toys and clothes and things because they grow out of everything so fast, and it just gets so wasteful and so expensive. So I really suggest looking on, again, Facebook Marketplace. That's the best way to thrift for your children, honestly. But if you are lucky enough to have baby thrift shops in your area, consignment shops, kind of trade-in marketplaces, it's the best. I would say 70% of the things that we have are thrifted and have been purchased secondhand, and it is just wonderful. And also remember to donate things that you no longer use so that another parent can get great use out of it. And then next are talking flashcards. These are so awesome because we love toys that keep our children busy and distracted for a few moments. But talking flashcards are great for development. I think a lot of times moms, I know I feel pressure as my children grow to make sure they are, given activities that are helping them and getting them to that next stage. And I think these talking flashcards are awesome. The girls love the sounds of them, and they enjoy just using a new image to hear what word it is, and then they start saying the words. The girls are big on repeating things right now, and they're just a super cute activity. Next probably could have been under safety, but what are you gonna do? They're grip socks. And this is funny, but I included it because, before my children were walking, I never thought about grip socks, and all of a sudden they're slipping everywhere. If you have a child that is just starting to walk, I would definitely get grip socks for their toddler years. So the next few items are a little bit more expensive and can be an investment, but I do think they're worth it because they are items that your child will have all through toddlerhood. And there are different price points for these items that I'm going to mention. Some I'm going to mention are brand specific because they're the brands that we have and we love them, but I have seen a lot of more affordable options online. So I will do my best to link different price points down below for you guys. And the first is the Nugget couch. So you've probably heard of this or seen them online. They're really great at marketing. We got this as a gift for the girls' first birthday, and they've used it every day since. It's this like 4-piece couch that you can configure in different shapes to keep it exciting for your child. It can be a little teepee tent they can play in. You can make it into a fort. It can be made into a slide, a little reading nook if you tuck it into the corner a certain way. Really good quality, and it's super easy to clean. I vacuum it so easily and quickly, and you can also take off the cover and put it in the wash. So that's really important for me. As I talked about in my newborn must-have video, I want things that can clean easily because keeping things clean is something that I prioritize. And again, there's other couch options out there that I think have tried to copy the Nugget, and they've done a great job. Reviews are good, they're much more affordable, but I think the Nugget was the first of its kind kind to offer a couch that can be configured in these ways. And then the Gather block set, you have all seen, if you have seen my other vlogs, there are so many block sets out there that you can buy. I really like Gather. The main reason that I like it is, well, of course, the quality is really good, reviews are really good, but I really like the color options. I think it looks nice in my home. And again, I do prioritize that with things that I know I'm going to have for years to come. I don't want them to be an eyesore, but I want them to still be fun colors for my kids. I don't want everything to be brown, beige, white. Like, I want there to be color, but I want it to flow with my home and not totally disrupt it. So I really like the Gather block set, but I'll also link block sets that are a little more affordable too. And I'll try to find cute colors. Next is a ball pit. I feel like this is just a must. I think some parents resist the ball pit because it seems daunting to have that much chaos in your home, but I think they're awesome. The girls like run into their ball pit in the mornings and it's just great. So highly recommend. There's a lot of good options out there. You do want to make sure that it cleans easy. I again think that's super important. The one that we have was gifted to us and I didn't even see a brand name on it, but I'm going to try to find some similar ones that clean easy to link for you. I just think it's important you want the cover to be easily removed to throw into the wash. I really do think that's important. And ours you can vacuum super easily, and so I'll find some to link, but get the ball pit. It's so fun. And then next, I actually discovered these from one of my fellow twin mom friends. These cute little tent houses that she got for her twins, and they're so cute. We have it on our Christmas list for Santa to deliver, but I had to share because I feel like this is so cute. I really love the idea of imaginative play with my daughters. I want them to envision themselves in these castles and in this home, whatever it is, to give them the space to like roam and just play. I used to love playing in structures, if that makes sense. Like my dad would build tree houses for us as kids, and I just think that setting them up to have those experiences is super important. So these cute tents are really affordable. I'm going to link a few that are on our wish list, and I'll just try to find a few fun options, but there's a ton of varieties. Like they have this one website, what was the name? It's called Tinyland, and they have a lot of these types of style play spaces, and there's a lot of options depending on what you want for your kiddo, what you want in your home, but they're so cute. I can assume that they may come a little wrinkled, I don't know, but if you just get a little handheld steamer and just steam it out and make it look cute in your home, I feel like such a vibe. And I'm so excited to just do all sorts of play with them after Santa hopefully drops off this present. They have like teepees and oh, so many cute options. Next is a bar climbing set. So we go to this indoor play space with the girls on like rainy days, cold days, and there's these like bar jungle gyms that we want to get for our home, and the girls love them. So they're so good if you have the space for it in your house. You can get small versions of just like the rainbow bar they can learn to climb on, and I'm approaching the stage of motherhood where I really want them to, I was gonna say like approach danger with caution. I don't even know what the right terminology is for it, but I do want them to learn to safely play, because soon they'll be really exploring at playgrounds and using the jungle gym and the monkey bars, and this kind of teaches them in the house those movements to safely play, and I think it's good for their development in general. So these climbing bars are really cool. I'll link some awesome options that I've found, and I'll try to link different price points. And then another brand that's really cool is KiwiCo. If you look them up, I always see them when I'm searching around for new items and projects and things for the girls. But I found this KiwiCo water and sand sensory table, and I'm really excited to start playing around more with sensory play. I mean, whenever you tubby with your kids and you have them play with toys, that's sensory, right? Or whenever they're eating and they're kind of feeling different textured foods, that's sensory too. So don't feel like you have to invest in these crazy expensive sensory bins for your child. As long as you're engaging in some sort of sensory, just a normal everyday routine, you're fine. But if you are looking for a more advanced sensory experience, I think these bins are super cool. Oh, and then next I actually just got this for the girls' stocking stuffer. It's more for me and dad, but it's a canvas growth chart, and it just gives me all the nostalgia of being a kid and having my parents like measure us as my brother and I got older. I'm pretty sure they did that, unless I just made it up, because I know you see it in like every movie. I'm pretty sure we did it. Nowadays, I mean, you don't want to go marking up your walls, so this is such a cool way to stick this canvas on your wall, and you can measure your child every few months, and it's just a fun thing to do as they get older. And then the last thing that I had on here was a 100 words book. We accumulate a lot of books as parents, and honestly any book that you can sit down and read with your child is great, but I wanted wanted to suggest a lot of like independent play items in this list if you couldn't tell. And this 100 words book is awesome. It teaches them multiple different words and it allows them to hear the words and work on repeating them. And I think that's super cool for the toddler years. So that's the last product. Anytime I do list videos, I always try to tell myself to end with a bang, end with something really good. And it's always something random because I forget that it's the last item. So we're just staying true to the brand here. That's just how I am. I don't over prepare for these videos. I just want them to be straight and to the point. I hope that that was helpful for you. And if you're in the thick of it right now, you're not alone. We got this. We're gonna get through it and we're gonna look back and we're gonna miss it. That's what everyone keeps telling me. And it gets a little frustrating because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. So it's okay if you're struggling, but also enjoying and also exhausted. You're not alone. And I hope that this reminds you that there are a lot of great options out there, but you don't need to buy all of them. And you're doing great with whatever you have in your home already. These are just some things to consider if you want to bring some new items on in. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to hang out with you. I post vlogs every week, sometimes twice a week, and you can keep up with our crazy family. I would love to have you here.